Hey Scorpio, it's Empress Rose here. Welcome to your reading. These are general readings. Take what works, leave what doesn't. If I don't catch your wavelength or storyline on this reading, or even if I do, you can go check your other major placements. We're starting with the Oracle decks of Moonology and Work Your Light for an intuitive vibe of where we might be going, and then we'll move on to the Golden Tarot for a more traditional spread. Apparently I just took two. I thought it was like a chunk that came out, and I was like, oh, that's plenty. But here we go. Trust the niggle. What is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? So you know something, but maybe you haven't investigated it. You need to get curious, because we have a question here. What is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? So getting curious about your feelings, getting curious about some sort of, it could be an intuitive vibe, or it could just be your feelings, how you're feeling, and asking some questions about how you're feeling. You don't always need to even make up a story or have a story available for exactly how you're feeling, for, you know, why you feel this way. Sometimes it's useful if we need to change something or move something or shift our thinking on something. And sometimes it's not very useful. It's just a feeling. It's just basically the weather, and it comes and it goes and it passes through your head and your body. But the feelings are very important. They are crucial to listen to. They are feelings, right? So we also have this kind of feeling too. And so all of these feelings are information, right? So with this kind of feeling, we take that information, and when we feel something on our skin, we can either, maybe it's a little tickling. If we think it's a spider, you know, our brain decides to bat it away. If we think it's a loved one letting us know that they're here with us, then we may enjoy it more. But our brain gets to decide what to do with any kind of feeling that we're getting. But we don't suppress the feelings. We don't suppress these feelings, do we? Because we understand that it's very crucial and important information coming at us, sometimes for our survival. And same with the inner feelings. It's crucial information coming towards us, for our benefit, and sometimes crucial to our survival. And we get to decide, you know, our brains are there to figure out what to do with it, how to sort it, how to respond, but we don't want to suppress it and not feel it. So you may be suppressing something, but you need to actually trust what you feel in a situation. There might be a way, something you can't see about this situation. There might be something that doesn't make logical sense to you about a situation, or you can't figure out why you're feeling a certain way, but still listen to that feeling and take it under advisement. At least integrate it into a decision-making process, and part of that decision-making process can be, you know, I don't know why I'm feeling this, but I'm going to go with it, because oftentimes sometimes what we're talking about with intuition is part of our brain moving faster than the part that's connected to the words and to the reasoning and to the logic. So your part of you might be moving faster and seeing more information and integrating more information more quickly than the more logical part of our brain that we tend to call reason. That can move a little more slowly. So you may be getting a feeling, you may not know where it's coming from immediately, but you need to trust it, and you need to investigate it further. Where is this feeling coming from? Why am I feeling this way? Then we have full moon in Taurus. Your dreams need a practical plan. Okay, so we have a pretty good dream here. We've got a full moon, which is interesting because in Taurus, you know, that's a very physical sign. That's an earth sign. A full moon might, in an earth sign, might mean something's coming to fruition. But this is saying the dream part's done. We've dreamed enough. Now let's actually create a practical plan to bring it into more fullness. So this is a card warning against laziness, get rich quick schemes. Don't go that route. This is getting organized and making up a list of how you want to do what you want to do. It may be that you're getting a feeling with these two cards together. It could be that you're getting a feeling you don't necessarily understand, but you need to follow it and make some sort of practical plan. You know, integrate that feeling into your practical plan. You may be dreaming, you may be feeling something, and this might mean trust the niggle and incorporate it into your trust some sort of intuitive hit that may not make logical sense, but trust it enough to actually incorporate it into your plan, into your daily life, into the physical, some sort of physical realm. Trusting that feeling enough, and that intuitive hit enough to say, you know what, I don't necessarily know what that's about. I'm going to continue investigating, and while I do, I'm going to integrate it into my decision-making process. All right, Scorpio. This is your. I almost called you Taurus because we've got this full moon in Taurus. What's going on here with my voice? But all right, Scorpio. This is your past, your present, your inner landscape. What's at issue? Your environment, to-do list, possible outcome. All right. In your recent past, you have the World card. The World card talks about cycles. It can talk about the cycles of the world, like orbits. You know, we're right back where we started a year ago, except for everything's moving, everything's changing, everything's moving, including the galaxy. So we can't cross the same river twice. So we might be back to a similar spot, a similar space that we've been to before, but we're different and the situation is different. And everything's different this time. Even though a cycle is completed, even though we've come full circle, we're right back to where we started. I love this one, the way it's depicted, because there's a sense of safety. There's a sense of sanctuary, even while the world turns, even while chaos erupts, even while, you know, and the World card to me talks a lot about not only the physical world, the Earth and its orbit, its axial tilt, its orbit around the sun, its spinning day and night, its place in the galaxy, all of that. It also talks to me about things that we can't control, the weather, political situations. Often, most of us are outside of that flow there. You know, geological situations such as earthquakes, maybe even pandemics. None of us were in charge of this situation. So, and economics. So larger things going on in the world having an effect on you. But this shows you sort of being safe while all of this stuff turns and churns around you. So the World card to me can talk about that churning, that movement, and either we are back at where we started at the after a little bit of a journey, after it's the last card, right? And the first card is the 0, the Fool's card, where we begin the hero's journey, we begin the adventure, and this is the last card where the adventure completes. We've returned back home. We're back at home base. We've made a home run. We've made our orbit around the bases here, and we're back at home base again. And maybe we got some points. Maybe somebody got tagged out or something. Man, it's been a long time since I played baseball or softball or kickball. So I'm forgetting all the terms. Anyway, it's a return to sort of home base. A lot's happened. Things outside of your control happened. But we're a little bit at the same place, except for we took our turn here. So it's this completion of the hero's journey completed. So, but it looks like it wasn't very satisfying. You didn't get what you wanted, and you want to go up to bat again. We have in your current situation 8 of Cups. So you may have achieved 1 cup, but there's 2 more to get. And you're on a quest to get it. Your intuition's telling you that there's something better for you. There's more for you to do. There's a better fit here. There's more for you to accomplish. Maybe other people are saying 8 of Cups, that looks like a lot of cups. I mean, you can't even carry that many cups in one load. But your intuition is like, yeah, I know that lots of people are happy with 8 of Cups. I know that lots of people are happy with this number of home runs here, or the number of points, but I want more points. I want more cups. And you have an idea. The 8 of Cups is sort of leaving a situation behind, not because it's horrible or a nightmare or anything like that, but it just feels inadequate. There's not fulfillment there. You know that there's more fulfillment. The Moon card is usually depicted in this 8 of Cups card because there's something here. There's something we can see something, we can sense something more fulfilling out here, right? Trust the niggle here. This is basically these two cards. Here's the niggle. Here's you actually heading out to search for more fulfillment and satisfaction. Here's, you have a hint, you have an idea of where you're going to find it. This isn't a completely blind leap of faith. This isn't leaving in anger or spite. This is just like, there's something better. There's a better match for me. There's a better fit for me. So this moon is representing this niggle, this feeling that you're having. And then this moon right here is representing the actual like practical movement towards it. Both of those embodied by the Eight of Cups here. So it's almost like you've got a cup, but you're ready for another round now. You're ready to go out again. Build something new again, find something new again. It's almost like that was fun. I want more. That was cool. I want more. I want another orbit around the sun. I want another opportunity to gain something, to do something. So in your hopes, your fears, your inner landscape, you're thinking a lot about Ten of Wands, other people's expectations, carrying other people's burdens. If you want to be like a therapist or a doctor or something like that, this is something that you're wanting. You're wanting to sort of help other people carry their burdens. The Ten of Wands, though, is typically an end of a cycle, and it's typically feeling done doing things that other people expect you to do and wanted you to do. Maybe these Eight of Cups that you've already accomplished were sort of timelines that were given to you. You know, you're going to have first comes love, then comes marriage, then comes the baby and the baby carriage. And maybe you already got that and you're like, okay, but what else? Because this is what I was told I was supposed to do. This is the journey I was told I was supposed to go on. And, you know, having children is very biologically satisfying and satisfying in many ways, but it's not satisfying in literally every way. It's not the completion, it's not, for some people it really is. It really is their calling and their job. For other people, it's part of their life. So there's just, or there's like a sense of you're supposed to do this whether you really feel like it or not. So Ten of Wands, there's something about like obligations, carrying something for somebody else and wanting it to end, wanting something that's not been satisfying for you, something that's not been your dream, your vision, wanting to kind of be done with that. Maybe you've made a lot of sacrifices for someone else's career, maybe, and you're realizing that this hasn't really gotten you where you wanted to go. This hasn't been as satisfying to you. There's some sort of like you shouldering somebody else's burden and hitting some sort of wall and really, really wanting to put that down. It doesn't seem like it's been as fulfilling and satisfying as maybe you thought it was. Maybe you came from a mentality where, you know, I help others, which is great. Like we are all interconnected and we all need to have that mentality. But this is like too much of postponing your own desires for somebody else's. And this can be very sneaky. This can be very internalized, some sort of dream or some sort of vision that you were supposed to want this. You're supposed to want to have this. And you went for it and it's not all that. It's just, and now you're like, well, I carried this burden. I carried these expectations, I held this, and it's not satisfying, and you're wanting to put down some sort of expectation down, some sort of maybe habitual way of relating to somebody where you always meet their needs. This is just wanting to put it down, thinking about it, maybe being afraid of the consequences. What happens if you go towards what you want and you stop fulfilling other people's expectations of what they want from you, of what you were supposed to want out of life or out of this particular situation, right? These readings are on a scale of 1 to 10. So just really thinking about, you know, not doing things you don't want to do just to please other people. Like we have to, a lot of times our paths incorporate things that aren't our favorite into them, but overall, you know, we want them to be sort of our path. And these Eight of Cups and this Ten of Wands together is like, yeah, other people said that this would be satisfying, and you did this thing for other people, but it's not satisfying to you, and you would like to go on. You kind of have a glimpse of what you'd like to do. other than carry other people's expectations around with you for the rest of your life. Four of Coins in reverse. Four of Coins in the upright would be a mild obsession, forgetting about your friends while you work on something. This can be fine for a period of time, clinging to something. So there may be sort of money slipping through your fingers, not being able to hold on to something, not being able to focus on something. Oh, Four of Coins in reverse. In the upright, you'd be focusing on your dreams. Here she is studying for her finals and ignoring her friends because she's going to be really focused for a period of time. For a period of time focused on her dream and her goal. It can be really clingy vibe too. But in the reverse with these other cards here, it's almost like you're ignoring your own life path so you can hang out with your friends. So they want you to go out on a party again, and you're like, well, I really need to get this done for my dream. This is my dream and what I want to accomplish. So there's something that you're ignoring of your own time commitment, either intentionally or unintentionally. And you're paying more attention to what other people want than what's good for you, than what's right for you. And this can be like, letting opportunities slip for the sake of other people. So yeah, and the way that this deck really depicts this is in the reverse. It's just that you're actually not taking care of your own needs, and hanging out with people or ignoring your own like routines of self-care and things that would actually get you to your goals, right? If there's something you want to do and it's really far away and really distant, you do need to work on it every day. Anyone that's been through physical therapy knows that doing the exercises once or twice a week doesn't really get you a mobile leg again. Doing them every day does, even though you can't tell the difference between one day and another. You can tell the difference between 1 month and another. So those little increments of time, even if it's just 15 to 20 minutes heading towards a goal that's specifically for you, and it doesn't even matter if anybody else understands or knows about it, but it's like you're kind of forgetting your own routine or what's important to you, while you focus on other people and what they want. So in your environment, though, you have the Magician. So you have everything you need to accomplish something, to bring something to fruition. And there's this energy here. You have what you need. Like, I'm seeing these 4 coins. These could be these 4 elements: the wands, the coins, the cups, the sword. Everything you need to be able to accomplish something, but you're ignoring it so that you can socialize or do what somebody else wants. You're ignoring your own energy, but it's here. There's something around you where everything's kind of lined up for you to like accomplish what you want to accomplish and achieve something. Things have lined up. The energy is there. There's some kind of flow here. There's some sort of I want to say there might even be some mentor or someone here to help you achieve and accomplish something. There's some sort of dream that has an opportunity to become reality. It just needs that energy. It doesn't actually need anything. It's just right here in your environment. There's something in your environment that's manifesting, some kind of dream that you had. But here we're talking about, having sacrificed your own time and energy for other people and not invested it in yourself, and having not found that very satisfying. But it's like you've come full circle now. Now you're back to another opportunity to invest in yourself, to make one of your dreams come true. And what are you going to do about it this time? Because we have this World card, this rotation, this beginning again, and this Magician card. This is the 1. This is not the 0, not the impulse to move forward, but the actual, like, the journey. It's not just the dream of the journey, but it's the journey begins. the work of manifestation beginning here in your environment. So it's like you've been here before, and in the past you've made decisions that you haven't been satisfied with, to put other people's needs and desires above your own, to not invest in your own desires. And now you're like back at the same spot, and you might be worried about doing the same thing again. Your to-do list is this Knight of Coins. This is, I like it because this moon, this coin, this is this dream. This could be quite a career reading or a financial reading for somebody. It's sitting in the same spot. Here, it's this inkling. Here, it's the practical plan. This is, the Knight of Coins is the most practical one, right? So here's like the niggle that you're experiencing. I'm experiencing this feeling that there's something more satisfying. There might be a more satisfying way to go about something. There might be something more satisfying for me to do here. And there's an opportunity here. And then right underneath this Eight of Cups, which would represent the niggle, we have your dreams need a practical plan. And we have the Knight of Coins, which is your dreams need a practical plan. This is literally the same card. He's looking at his dream. He's seeing what he wants to manifest, to create in the real world. He sees the pattern, and he's going to take slow, steady movement towards it. The Knight of Coins doesn't move very fast. I mean, in fact, his dog's getting a little impatient. But it's slow and steady. Exactly. We were talking about, we don't want to get rich quick scheme here. We don't want that. We want no laziness and no get rich quick scheme. The Knight of Coins is the opposite of a get rich quick scheme. The Knight of Coins invests time, daily money, daily effort. And it doesn't move fast. He just understands that this is a whole big thing that he's doing. It's huge, and it's going to require a lot of investment, and it's going to require a slow, steady, sure-footed pace, not a get-rich-quick scheme. We're not going to be able to schmooze our way to what we're dreaming of. We're not going to be able to just blow it off and pull it together. This reminds me of, of actors that work on their acting a little bit every day, even for 15-20 minutes, versus actors that wait for the audition and then cram for the test, and then ta-da, and it's just, there's not the backlog there. I mean, sometimes that works for some people, so I don't want to say that doesn't work for everyone, but slow and steady wins the race is what we're talking about. So we're talking about a daily investment. This could be like if you're taking a math class or a foreign language class, that needs a daily investment. You can't just cram for the test at the end. I mean, some people can, but this is saying don't try for that. Don't do that. Cramming for the test at the end. What you need is a daily investment into yourself, into your dream. You need methodical, practical steps that you take every day for that. So Scorpio, where you're headed, Three of Cups, a possible outcome. This is friendship. This is genuine, vulnerable sharing with each other. This is meeting up with people that are your friends. So it's like there will be a time for the networking. There will be a time to hang out with people, right? Because we're saying like, well, maybe this is a little bit about like networking and hanging out with people, because this is where you're headed. This is part of the investment, is a connection with other people. And this is not this is happening, but it needs to be postponed so that you can invest in your situation. There will be time to play with your friends later, but right now there's a sense of a need for slow, steady, practical investment, practical plans. The Knight of Coins is practical plans. That's your to-do list. That's your energy that you need to interact with. And I see this saying with this Four of Coins in reverse with the friends, the three friends over here. You're going to rejoin people, but you need to take some time to actually put some work into something and to create a practical plan. This isn't like forever. You have to completely abandon all of your friendships, and hanging out with people has been a big disaster. This is just like there's something more satisfying. You need to make an investment into that thing. And kind of, but you'll get back, you'll hang out, just do some practical work now. All right, Scorpio, I hope that that was helpful for you. Thank you so much for your likes, subscribes, and comments, and I'll see you guys in 2 weeks.